Improper output handling. As much as input is important, output handling is equally important, where we need to understand, we need to sanitize our data. Now, while I talk about sanitizing our data, let's understand how do we do it. So, but what happens with insecure output handling? Insecure output handling involves scenarios where applications that use LLM output fails to properly sanitize and validate these outputs before even executing or displaying to the user. This can lead to cross-site scripting, injection attacks, and that includes SQL injection. So, an LLM which is used for generating dynamic web content might output a script that, when not sanitized, get executed in the client browser, leading to CSRF or cross-site scripting attack. So, that's something which we need to understand. So you've got that fancy LLM churning out responses like a word wizard, but here is the catch. If you take its output and plus it straight into your system without double checking it, well, it might not just talk, it might act, which we don't want. That's something which is very, very important. Now, this is a problem which we all accept because that's been there for ages, when we even talked about not just LLM but normal system. So why is it? Because LLMs are influenced by what user prompts them with. That means attackers can trick the model into generating sneaky content for the users. And if you pass that output directly into your backend or front end without sanitizing it, trust me, bad things will happen. Even if you don't trust me, but the bad things will happen. So improper output is not equal to over reliance. That's something completely different. This isn't just about trusting LLM too much. This is about what happens between LLM's mouth and your app ears before the output gets passed on to the other parts of the system. It's like hearing someone say, let's light a fire, and immediately handing them a flamethrower. It shouldn't happen. Like overtly trusting it. When it goes wrong, trust me, there are systems where things can go wrong, and where path traversal happens, phishing attack happens. And I was just going through one of the sessions by Chitra Nayak yesterday, in one of the conferences I was speaking on. Trust me, the way she said it, that these phishing attacks are on the rise, especially 42% rise since last year. That seems scary, and there are so many risk factors involved in it. You're more likely to get burned if your app gives LLM more permission than users. So just be careful about it. Now, what are the prevention or sanitization tricks that you need to remember? Let's understand. We need to sanitize and escape out LLM output, like you're cleaning glitter from a kid's birthday party, because it's going to be everywhere. Don't run output directly into the shells, SQL systems, or templates. I wouldn't want to do it. I will always validate everything. And that's where it reminds me of something called zero trust, where it says, never trust, always verify. Use output encoding, appropriate for the context. It could be HTML, JavaScript, SQL. Each needs love. Understand what you have and act accordingly, not what everyone else is doing. Logging and alerting is something which I'll always say that. If your AI start building command lines, you want to know, especially if it's building some scripts. I would want to know it. Um, and in plain words, you need to deal with the biases which are there, audits which are there, understand what vulnerabilities it's bringing in. You cannot say, you use trusted source models, whether it's OpenAI, Hugging Face, and use the trusted frameworks with the verified publishers. Just don't use anything and everything because it sounds fancy. I've been working on building apps using Lovable, Mashup, using multiple other systems. But again, that's tricky. I love it, but if I don't give the right prompt, it will never ever give me the right output. And I will always be in trouble.